Okay, it's inevitable, pretty much. It will happen. August will roll around, and we always ask, did we milk it? Did we squeeze the magic out of summer? Well, my next guest wants to cut down those concerns nice and early by laying out a simple formula for a happy summer. It includes 4 specific components, but the application becomes unique to your family. Author Maureen Healy is joining us through the screen with her happy summer formula. Maureen, it's great to meet you virtually. Thanks for jumping into our show today.
Thanks for having me.
Laying the groundwork for a happy summer, I don't want to just throw it out lightly or in a cavalier way, because it's a big job. In fact, you believe it's important to be really deliberate about what that looks like and how that ultimately feels like.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I wrote my book, The Happiness Workbook for Kids, is you want to know which direction happier is in so you can get there.
Yeah, we have to know where we're going, right, before we can start walking. You've got 4 ideas that lead to more happy experiences for your kids. The first is to reach outside of yourself to help somebody else.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, that we learn as adults, but as kids, it's great to know, it's more about we than me. So meaning, it can be something small like, hey, walking the dog, or it can be something bigger like helping your neighbor who's elderly bring out their trash, or volunteering together, even at an animal shelter, but doing something so that instead of thinking of themselves, they're thinking of someone else.
Well, we hear service and it suddenly does become this big overwhelming project, right? Or this afternoon-long activity commitment. You instead choose to focus on micro moments. Why do you feel like those smaller strokes of service are just as important, if not more important?
I think it's these little moments that we feel deep feelings, and children have those emotional ahas that say, okay, when I help someone else, I feel good. Sort of planting the seeds that as you're helpful to others, it leads to a happier life experience.
Yeah, you've got to make that connection. Oftentimes they're feeling it, I find, with my littles at least at home. They're feeling that, but to call it out or draw attention to those feel-good vibes, I think helps them forge that connection. So that's a great first step on your happy summer formula. Your next step has to do with showing gratitude, showing appreciation.
Yeah, I mean, it's good to feel thankful, but we also want to demonstrate that. So show that appreciation. So, we can do little things every night before you go to bed. 3 good things. It's, science shows that after a few weeks, your mind starts looking for the good things from the day. So it just boosts your happiness set point and boosts your optimism. And, or for example, as a family, you can all go around the kitchen table and say, what was one good thing from the day? And you start to open the dialogue, right? You start to hear what's happening in everyone else's lives. And that's really important.
There's that idea, and we reference it a lot actually here in studio, that you only have 18 summers with your kids, right? And here comes one of them. How can we really validate and I guess throw ourselves into this idea of making memories, making the most out of this one of the 18 summers we have together?
Yeah, we want to have fun, right? We want to fill our happiness buckets. As we know, the last few years for all of us, for different reasons, have been tough. So we want to really fill those happiness buckets and remember those moments, right? Because like you said, things go by really fast.
Yeah.
So as we have, whether we go to the zoo or we go to the museum or we go to the library, it doesn't really matter what we do, but just enjoying each other's time together. And I'm a big believer in giving children options, right? Like, tell me what your best summer would look like. Let's make those memories.
And I know I was noticing in your notes you also kind of emphasize documenting those memories. Again, it's kind of that connection point for kids, right? If they can see a photo of that trip to the zoo, it suddenly becomes a cemented memory.
Yeah, there's a lot of science around if you put photos around the house of those positive feel-good experiences.
Yeah.
In the middle of winter, you see the photo and it boosts your happiness level.
I love that.
So it's super helpful.
All right, we're going to serve. We're going to express gratitude. We're going to focus on making those boosting memories. And finally, in the 1 minute we have left together, Maureen, you recommend learning something new as a family this summer.
Yeah, I mean, science shows that as we sort of challenge ourselves and sort of struggle with something, as we master something and learn, we become happier, whether it's cooking or landscaping the backyard, whatever it may be. It just moves us in a happier direction.
What's your family learning together this summer? Is there any challenge or goal on the calendar?
We're gardening in the backyard, so succession gardening, trying to get vegetables out every week.
Good job. I love it. We're cheering you on, and thank you for the inspiration you've given us. Where can we connect and find out more about your book?
growinghappykids.com or Amazon, wherever you like to buy your books.
growinghappykids.com. Happy summer to you, Maureen. Thank you so much.